Welcome to the New York Outlook for Tuesday, the 9th of January 2024. Um, Jumping straight into the economic calendar, what we can see is that there are no red folder or even medium folder impact news today, which essentially means that there are no news related considerations for our trading. Jumping straight into the 4-hour chart, what we can see, actually, perhaps just to quickly mention on daily, our bias is to only short for today, and that's driven by the fact that we've had four consecutive bullish candles, and the probability of a fifth consecutive bullish candle is less than, I think, 6 or 5%. I just need to double check my stats, but around there. So, given that fact, we won't be considering any long trades for today. Not that it fits our current narrative anyway. Then just quickly jumping onto the 4-hour chart, what I do want to mention here is the fact that we still within the secondary leg reacting from this 4H pullback phase OB. So from a 4H narrative perspective, we do have reason to short, we don't have any reason to long because everything to the left has been mitigated and we can only validate a 4H primary leg once this 4H OB is body broken. Having said all that, I'll quickly move on to the 5-minute. I won't be looking at the 15-minute because on the 15-minute there isn't any chalk level that has been broken. So we're using the 5-minute to identify the chalk level, which is then validated the secondary leg. In addition to that, because we're trading counter trend using the 4H LPOS as backing, we need some IRL, and as you can see on the 5-minute there is sufficient IRL to the downside to enable us to target something towards the low. Then in terms of taking any trades today, I haven't taken any trades today because we aren't well positioned, purely for the fact that you know the current high and low of the day hasn't extended the secondary leg, which then leaves us with the previous high and low of the day for anchoring our FIB and finding a trade in that regard. Given that the secondary leg has already been established, and that the previous low of the day has been created before the previous high of the day, essentially what we have is the bullish candle closure in this area right here, and we want to short, but that logically doesn't make sense because we don't have a valid FIB to actually anchor on. Anchoring our FIB to here, to this extreme, and then trying to trade something like this doesn't make sense because it's not directly related to the secondary leg, and we essentially potentially creating a tertiary leg which is invalid per my trading plan. So for those reasons, I'm not happy taking any trades, which then leads me to my options for shorting. One being we get a new secondary leg. That would require that we actually take out this level and then we chalk and validate a new secondary leg as such, or alternatively we come down and extend the secondary leg, both of which at this point have quite significant cons to them. The first being that for validating a new secondary leg, it would essentially mean a new New York high of the day, which would then be indicating that the daily direction is probably wrong and we're going to have another bullish candle. I would be okay taking the New York high of the day trade only if it doesn't break the pre-Asia or the Asia high of the day and it wicks through these levels, and then we can validate a new secondary leg. But the likelihood of that happening is quite low, especially given that there's no news and we already moved about 60% of the daily range. So for price to come up and then back down is probably unlikely. The other scenario is we extend the secondary leg, but that would mean that price moves beyond the daily range for January. And at that point we'll stop trading for the day because shorts have essentially completed their objective as anticipated, and we'll have to wait for the next trading day. Having said all that, I don't foresee any further opportunities for New York for today, and that's essentially my outlook. We'll chat again for the end of day review. But yeah, other than that, have a good trading session.